Hi, welcome back to Moon Directed. I'm Maggie. I thought I would try something a little different this week and see how it goes. So I'm going to give every sign their own personal reading. Why not? So, we have the full moon coming up on Friday. So I thought I'll just try it, see how it goes. Let me know in the comments. I'd really like to know what you're thinking. So, right now, I kind of wanted to go over what's happening with all the planets and everything. So the sun is in Scorpio right now, but it moves into Sagittarius on Thursday. And Jupiter is in Sagittarius, and it'll stay in there until December of next year. So that's 13 whole months. And Jupiter's all about expansion and growth and beneficial things coming in, but you need to watch out because it's in Sagittarius where it's happy. It's its home sign. And so that's like a really great opportunity to gain some weight. So over the next 13 months, you might want to key in on that a little bit. So make sure that you're getting regular exercise in and eating well and paying attention because it might sneak up on you. Mercury went into retrograde on the 16th of November. And so for the fire signs, this is very probably going to feel it more than everyone else. But in general, it's about taking the time to go over things, review things, watch out for travel and communication issues because Mercury rules travel and communication. So that could be a real thing that happens. Kind of just watch and see what you're saying, pay attention to, the way you communicate, because there's a few other things going on celestially that might create some drama that, Taurus says you don't like drama. So you probably are unlikely to step out and say something you don't need to, but sometimes the pressure kind of really builds. And then when a bull loses it, they really lose it. So watch out for that. Kind of take a moment, take that extra pause, take that extra beat, and save yourself some holiday stress, right? Mercury is also really good for looking at the things that have happened recently and taking a chance to review that stuff. And then you can integrate it and really focus on it and then move forward. So it's like taking, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Saturn and Pluto are in Capricorn. And then they've been in there for a while and they've been traveling together. That's what they've been doing. And so we've got, they're in Capricorn right now, and then they're going to move into Aquarius. And Saturn's really happy in both of those signs. It's Pluto, however, it's all about breaking things down, breaking down structures, death, rebirth, great transformation. And so because it moves through the sign a little bit, just a few degrees ahead, it kind of breaks up the ground. It's sort of like plowing. If you're a farmer, you know how you got to get out and you got to plow the field in order to plant the seeds. Well, you're out there and you're tearing things up and you're plowing the seeds, and that's what Pluto's kind of doing. And then along comes Saturn, and they're like putting, they're tilling it and making it nice and smooth. And so that's what you have going on. You've got this really 1-2 punch of destruction and then reorganizing. So that's kind of what's going on there. Mars just entered Pisces, and it can get kind of calm down, and maybe a little too much sometimes. It gets a little dreamy there because Mars is Aries, it's their sign, and it likes the fire, and it's aggressive, but it's kind of tempered and muted. It's kind of like throwing water on the fire when it's in Pisces, and so that's not so bad. Kind of go with the flow, kind of drift instead of push, which Taurus kind of pushes. I say that because I have so many Taurus friends, and I just love you guys. I really do. But sometimes you need to kind of just roll with it, right? Okay, so Venus is happy right now in Libra. And she's going direct, but pretty soon she's going to end up back in Scorpio, and she doesn't like it in Scorpio. So right now, this week at least, she's in a good mood. That's the feminine energy. That's good news. And then Neptune is retrograde right now. It's at home in Pisces, and it's a good time to kind of, because it's in retrograde, those goals that you've had for a long time, maybe you might want to stop and revisit them a little bit. So what do we have going on for you? We've got Taurus. Let's see here. Aries is in your 12th house on Monday. So the 12th house is, again, goals and dreams and stuff like that. And so how do you make that work? And how do you plan all that stuff up and start taking action on it? Get ready to do that because the moon hits your sign of Taurus at 3:42 a.m. on Wednesday. And so the light's going to be shining on you things, you're going to have like a little spotlight on you from the moonlight, right? So kind of get ready for that kind of action. And then on Friday, it's a full moon in Gemini. And so things that you started back in June are going to come to fruition now. It's culminating. It's a good time to really step into it. It's a very powerful time. And so there's that. And it's also really good for letting go of things that you don't need, that aren't working for you anymore. So on a full moon, I always recommend that people write down what they want to eliminate from their lives. And then on the back side of that paper, go ahead and write all the things you're grateful for. A gratitude list is really important. And then you turn it over to spirit by giving it, taking it out and burning it. I'm a fan of burning. It's just, it releases the energy of it and it gives it to God. And then on Sunday, the moon moves into your third house of Cancer, which is communications, and it's warm and it's comfortable for you. And it's also in its home sign. The moon's in its home sign. So I project for all of the signs that this week, Taurus, you actually have the easiest ride. And that's nice because all the aspects, the way the angles and stuff are really, really good for Taurus. So Monday, the energy, you're coming into it, you've got the willpower going on. And it's time to like bring it into focus. Kind of want to bring it in and focus on it. And then by the time we start moving into where it is in Taurus, that's when you start taking action. So anything that you're thinking about right now, you're going to use your will and you're focusing on it. Midweek, you're going to really start putting stuff into play. And then Friday, we have the full moon. So there's so much power in it. It's a really good time to really review what you're doing, because the next day we have self-reflection, and then so that's like the time when things that you had tried to do, things you tried to get going on, and it's a good time to reevaluate. Mercury's in retrograde anyways. Those rewords all come into play. And then of course, pleasure for the Sunday. Relax, get rejuvenated, get ready, because the week's coming, right? So it's a really good time to take care of that kind of business. What I decided to do was get you a card for each of the different aspects of the moon this week as we roll through this. So on Monday, it's in Aries. So I got you a card for direction. Sometimes we take off running and we need a little more direction. So let's Colette Baron reads the Enchanted Map, and let's see what we get for you. That was fast. Oh, you have the Magic Stream. And the Magic Stream is really, Taurus, the Magic Stream is a little complicated for you. It's about remembering to be in the flow, to accept the blessings that are coming to you, that things aren't really as bad as they seem. And Taurus doesn't like it when things get too wet. They like a little motion, softens up the ground, right? But this is really important. I think that you got this last week when I did the reading too. It is definitely important that you pay attention to this. And I'm actually, you know what? I'm going to read this one to you because I didn't last time. And the fact that it showed up again, there's a message in here for you. And it was Taurus that got it. It was the earth signs. So that would have been you. It says, every experience you have seems to have its own life story with a beginning, a middle, and eventually an end. However, there is a danger in seeing events as separate from one another, since in fact they are all part of a continuity of greater evolution, like ever-flowing magic stream. Your experiences filter through the whole world, one leading into another, informing and influencing still more. Inspiration, invention, revelations rarely come to just one person. The collective awareness is a shared storehouse of potential. When you remember you're part of the fluid continuity of life, you become a channel for great inspiration. Allow the magic to flow through you and carry your dreams into reality. Your success will benefit. So get in the flow. Get in the flow. When you fight the energy, then that's when you run into problems. So get in the flow. Look at the blessings around you. See that there's part of a bigger plan, a bigger picture. There's so much going on, right? Get in the flow. That's a really beautiful card. I'm glad that you got it. I really feel like you needed to hear that message because I didn't read it on when it came up for their signs last week, and it twice said something. So on Wednesday, when the moon goes into Taurus, I wanted to get you an Angel of Abundance card from Doreen Virtue because it's such a practical, grounded kind of thing that you guys really like. And you have, this is hard for you. It's ask for your needs to be met. Ask for your needs to be met. So, Taurus, you guys do so much for everyone. You really do. You work hard. You work very hard, probably harder than any other of the signs on a day-to-day, every time basis. And it's so hard for you to say, wait, I need some help here. But maybe it's time to ask. Now, it could be asking God to give you the message, the help. It could be asking for your spirit guides or for some inspiration because you're in the flow and that's about inspiration. So maybe it's about that, but maybe it's about asking your next door neighbor to come over and help you with a project, or can the kids help out with this, or your significant other. So ask for help. Ask for celestial help. Ask for practical, grounded help. Do you need to talk to somebody? Is there somebody out there that you need some advice for on a business thing? Maybe you need a little more information. Ask for help. God and the angels cannot help you if you don't ask. That is the rule. That is what free will is about. That is what free will is about. Your willpower, right? It is that unless you ask for help, they have to stand there going, we've got stuff to give you, just ask us. So ask, and sometimes you don't, it's okay to ask without knowing what the answer is going to be. And sometimes what you think the answer is might not be what the actual answer is. There might be a better solution than what you're thinking of. So just say, I don't know how to handle this. Could you send me some help? I am going to need these things. What can you do to get me this kind of help? All right. So, perfect. So for the full moon, I picked the unicorn, Oracle of the Unicorns. I love them. Anyways, you have balance. Perfect. I mean, really, you could use this. Now, this is Gemini, and Gemini is the twins, and it is actually this and that, making choices, trying to figure out how to move through that energy. And in the full moon, it's about balance. It's about, what do I need to get rid of? What do I need to keep? What's working? What's not working? Because the next day is about the self-reflection of the same thing. So getting in balance, staying in balance, emotional balance, maybe financial balance. What do you need to do to make your life feel more comfortable? Because everybody deserves to feel comfortable. Then you guys work so hard, you really deserve to feel comfortable. Then the moon's going to move over the weekend into Cancer, right? So on Sunday. And so let's get you a card from Whispers of Love. Something gentle and nurturing. Take care of yourselves, right? You got two. So this is a very Taurian card too. Consider your foundations. So on Sunday and over this weekend, and while you're getting focused and finding your balance, what's really important to you? What really grounds you? What makes you feel secure? Taurus rules the second house of financial and physical manifestations of the things that we value. So this is asking you to really get into your own energy. Get into your energy this week. Cancer rules the home. And so it'll be in Cancer, and they're asking you to take a look at what considered home to you, what makes you feel balanced, what makes you feel grounded. You are being asked to look at how committed you are to love. So if you're in a difficult relationship, do you need to reevaluate that? Maybe it's not the place for you to be. Maybe it is. Maybe it just needs a little extra work on your part. And sometimes I notice with Tauruses that they get so busy providing the financial means as a way to show how much they care, but they forget that their partner might need a little more of their actual time and attention. So don't forget to do that. Okay. Oh, don't forget to do that. You have turn on your heart light. You have turn on your heart light. Oh, now I want to sing that song. I'll spare you. Allow yourself in this moment to reflect on a time when you experienced love. So remember what that's like. If you're in a relationship and it's struggling for any reason, remember why you fell in love with this person. What was the foundation of this relationship? We've got this full moon. Maybe it's a relationship you need to let go, or maybe there's some bad habits you need to let go of to make the relationship work. You're the only one that knows the answer to that. You need to do the self-reflection. You need to do the self-reflection to figure it out. I can't do that for you. Okay? Wow, that's a lot. You got a busy week. It's a good thing there's a holiday in the middle there. Maybe you'll get some downtime. Maybe you won't. Maybe you're one of those crazy people that wait in line to shop on Friday. That is so not for me. Okay, I'm going to get you a color power card. Let's see here. Color power card. Ooh, nice. You have watermelon. Look how fun that is. And it says, have fun with your inner child. So this weekend, when you're turning on your heart light and you're remembering why you're in that relationship and you're finding that joy and that balance because you've been working so hard and now it's a weekend and you have some time down, take it. Take it. Remember why you enjoy life. Remember, life is actually not all about work. There is a work-life balance. So that's not work-life balance. It's work-life balance. All right. So good luck with that. I will talk to you soon. On Friday, I'm going to do a live at 2:00. I'm going to answer questions. So if you have a question that you want to know, personal advice, it's free. You can get it now. So I have lots of decks, lots of ways to try to find the answer for you. I will do it until I run out of questions or energy, whichever comes first. If you want to leave a comment below in this video or in the announcement video, I will write down all the questions ahead of time and we will start with those. And then during the chat, anybody that comes in and asks questions, we will do those questions too. Like I said, until time or energy runs out. And so that's Friday with the full moon there at 2:00. Eastern Standard Time in the US. And so just like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification button so you know when I'm going live. And I will talk to you soon. Have a great week, Taurus. Take care of yourselves, okay? All right, bye.